FAS-DPD test for chlorine featuring Taylor's K-1515C. Who should use this kit? Chlorine is used as a sanitizer, oxidizer, and bleaching agent in many commercial, industrial, and recreational applications. Optimal control of this oxidizing biocide determines its effectiveness and the economy of the treatment program. FAS, ferrous ammonium sulfate, DPD, is an excellent non-instrument method for monitoring chlorine and bromine levels that does not require color matching. Ferrous ammonium sulfate is added drop by drop to a sample containing DPD indicator. The number of drops needed to turn a sample from pink to colorless is multiplied by the chosen drop equivalency to determine the concentration of the oxidizer. The FAS-DPD method offers several advantages. It's much less expensive than using a meter. There's no waiting time for full color development, and the analyst does not have to be able to distinguish between gradations of color. The endpoint is easy to recognize as the color of the sample changes from a vibrant pink to colorless. FAS-DPD allows users to measure free and combined chlorine as low as 0.2 parts per million and as high as 20 parts per million. Added together, this is the total chlorine concentration. Chlorine levels greater than approximately 25 parts per million may bleach out the indicator or cause the sample to develop a brown color. To prevent this interference, add more DPD powder or dilute the sample with DI water as necessary and retest. Other halogens and oxidized manganese may cause positive interference. Before beginning this or any other Taylor test, it is best to read the instructions through to the end. Familiarizing yourself with all the steps to come is particularly important if the test is new to you or if the kit is newly purchased, as sometimes our procedures change. First, decide which drop equivalents to use. If you suspect the chlorine level is high, use 1 drop equal to 0.5 parts per million and a 10 ml sample. This will save time and titrating reagent. If you do not know the chlorine level, or you suspect it is low, use 1 drop equal to 0.2 parts per million and a 25 ml sample. This demonstration assumes the chlorine level is unknown, so we will use a 25 ml sample. Rinse and fill the number 9198Y sample tube to the 25 ml mark with the water to be tested. Add 2 dippers of DPD powder. The scoop end of the dipper should be completely filled with the powder, but beyond this, a precise measurement is not necessary. Swirl until all of the powder dissolves. For this demonstration, we are using Taylor's Speedster, which is sold separately, but you can also manually swirl the sample. If free chlorine is present, the sample will turn pink. If the pink color disappears, continue adding the DPD powder a dipper at a time, mixing between additions until the sample turns pink again. Add reagent 871 for chlorine, drop-wise, swirling and counting after each drop until the sample goes from pink to colorless. Multiply the drops needed to make the color change by the appropriate drop equivalents. We will use 0.2, which correlates with our 25 ml sample size. Record the result as parts per million free chlorine. Add 5 drops of reagent number 3. Swirl to mix. If combined chlorine is present, the sample will turn pink. Add FAS-DPD titrating reagent for chlorine drop-wise, swirling and counting after each drop until the sample goes from pink to colorless. Multiply the drops expended in the previous step by the drop equivalents, 0.2 parts per million in this case, and record as parts per million combined chlorine. The FAS-DPD test for chlorine is available in a standalone kit with either 3/4 ounce or 2 ounce liquid reagents. The FAS-DPD method is also available for determining total bromine in kit number K-1517C. Here, 1 drop equals 0.5 or 1.25 parts per million. Taylor's knowledgeable customer service representatives are available to provide technical assistance about our products. Call 800-TEST-KIT